Good morning. It's quite grey but fairly warm morning, and it's mid of October, third weekend in October, and this is time for our allotment tour. So I'm starting this off the polytunnel site, which is just next to my left and is actually closed at the moment. We just need to clear it out, collect the rest of the green tomatoes or anything else and empty it. I normally don't keep anything there because we have too many rodents around everything gets eaten, so there's absolutely no point. Now, next to me, to the right, is one of the leek beds. I had onions here last year and they did really not do anything. So this is it's a mixed bag, but some of them are okay and some are still growing. And I'm going to leave them till I need them. It's probably the bed I'm going to harvest last. And we've got two brassica beds next to each other. This was planted just a week ago and they're still very, very weak. Let's see if they pull through. This was planted a week before that. It's different cabbage. It's Oppenheim too, and that some of them were my old seedlings I already had, but these are mainly young seedlings. So obviously we will know in a week or two if that was successful or not. In this bed, last week I harvested lots of celeriac. We have loads of celery growing here. With some of the leaves suffer from that kind of brown edges, and I don't know necessarily if this is normal, but and some of the spinach still in it, and I will need to sort that out because we need the bed for interplanting of garlic. And this is another brassica bed, and this bed, it was planted probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and well, some of them suffered, but some of them are going really well. I have actually quite lots of brassicas this year for winter. So the flower bed, although beaten by rain this morning, is still looking quite lovely, and I can't believe that Cosmos and Verbena bonariensis, they absolutely taken over. The dahlias are still going strong. I still don't had them. Oh, I've got a verbena trying to catch me out. So this is the other brassica bed, which is not the last of my brassica beds, and this is mainly purple sprouting broccoli. It's going now quite tall, and when it actually reaches the height of this little frame, I've got the tomato frame above that, and we will put bigger netting onto that and keep it going. I'm quite excited about that. I had really good crop of a purple sprouting broccoli last year. In this bed behind, I've got celery still there, but everything else is going. I'm going to interplant that with garlic, hopefully today. And in this bed, I have some lettuces and beautiful show of French marigolds. Really lovely. These are going to be dug up, and few specimens left, like the chilies I'm overwintering. So we're going to have a look at that a little bit later on. In the bed to the left of the bed I need to clear out. This one I did last week, and we've got now onion sets here, 3 different types of onions. The rest of my onions are going in little modules, and the flower bed is still absolutely lovely. There's still some lovely, beautiful raspberries along here and on the other side, and I'm gonna pick some today. Well, they're everywhere. So this is just the last look at this main space here. I've got 3 no-dig beds here and 6, 7 containerized beds with the central flower bed. These were the very first beds. The containers were the very first beds we ever had here. And the soft fruit, and then the little entrance to this enclosed bit, so at least we don't have to worry about rabbits. I've got some spinach and my little pride and joy, first time growing radicchio, and they're going really quite nicely. We still have Swiss chard, quite lots of it. I'm going to pull out the one which is going into seeds, and there are other seed heads which look really quite nice. Parsley, and I let them seed amongst the Swiss chard. So here are my summer fruiting raspberries, and I won't make the same mistake, and I won't cut them in December, so I will have some harvest early on in the season. This is where I've got lots of self-seeded marigolds, and I probably will be planting something here. It might be a broad beans or more onions, and collecting all these seedlings of raspberries to move them into another part of this allotment garden. So as we come out to the right, we have some vegetable fruits, amongst those courgettes and nasturtiums, and I have to say they were planted last November, so didn't have any fruit. I think I've got 1 or 2 little fruits on the Bromley apple, and then that will be covered with cardboard, and manure will be spread over that in readiness for the next year. I'm hoping to plant all around there potatoes next year. We need to pull out the sweet corn, and these beds of asparagus which were planted last spring, coming along quite nicely. Let me just show you that from afar. So that bed is going to be, again, the soil is going to be improved with some green compost. I will cut the ferns and put them on top. The dahlias are still going okay. The perpetual cabbages are going great guns. One thing which we need to sort out this winter is this soft fruit here. They are tiberries and loganberries, and they need desperately support. So again, a very long list of things to do, but it will make our life next year much easier. So this is the last brassica bed at the moment, and it's mainly there is 4 little cabbages there, and there is mainly Romanesco broccoli and normal green type of broccoli. Some herbs still harvesting, lots of parsley. I'm going to check today if my favorite bed of artichokes, which again I grew from a seed, and beetroot and carrots and leeks and some parsnip amongst that, if that's been okay, hasn't been too attacked by the mice or rats. And this is the last bed of leeks. Some of them are harvestable. I planted them in a sort of intervals, so they come to its own at different times. So, and the Christmas potatoes are doing well. It's a bit of an experiment to put them in a soil. I will cover them later on with the fleece, and we only need some, so I'm hoping we get some. And this is the second bed with asparagus. They started to brown and lying down, so I know they're ready to be dealt with. And here I've got most stunning, beautiful dahlias. Unexpected. All my dahlias are kind of fairly cheap things I buy in supermarkets, so these are like what I call allotment dahlias, but they are doing well. Some are better than others. I had lovely red ones like this one, but much sort of stronger color early on in the season. But I think these pinks I moved to the main bed because they just clash so much with the rest of the flowers in this bed. So strawberry bed definitely needs sorting out. I think this is my November job. And yes, we will put more wood chippings down and sorting out this area, which is my rhubarb area. And you know, it's such a shame because all these things are so beautiful. I don't really want it just here, but isn't that what is it? I think it's hogweed. I think that hogweed is really quite pretty. So this is the brassica bed I planted in spring, and we do have some colettes here. I need to really remove all this sort of leaves which are now stopping the colettes to develop. I think I still have one decent cabbage. I think the broccoli are still producing something, but we won't be harvesting that. I just need to get rid of them now. These plants here, now I'm in two minds because I can't transplant them, so I will have to keep them here. But they are actually 5-star perpetual cauliflower. We didn't have any cauliflower this year, but I'm hoping maybe next year I give them another chance. And these are Cavallo Nero. And as we go to just behind the fenced area, these are my bees. It's very early in the morning, so just after 9, so they're still fairly asleep. It's quite cold. My aim today is to put the mice guards on the hives, feed the weak hive, take the treatment out, and they haven't been open for quite a while, about 6-7 weeks, but it's just taking 6-7 weeks, so we need to take the treatment out for varroa mites, and they will be tacked up nicely for winter. This is my birthday and Christmas presents. This is a new greenhouse, and dare I say, Nigel put this greenhouse together with his own hands, which I'm very impressed. This is his first ever greenhouse he put together, and this is, as you can see, this is where I'm overwintering my chilies. And here is Nigel. Hello, Nigel.
Oh my gosh.
How difficult was it to put the greenhouse together?
Oh, it was a piece of cake.
That's so not true. I think it took about 3 weeks all in all. But once the base was in, and I have to say, with these things, instructions are never perfect. We've opted out here for a kind of floor, which is one of these. Hello, Watty. One of these which you fill in. There's some membranes underneath, and then you put some gravel, and I'm hoping that's going to be okay, that the rats won't invade us. But if they do, then we will rethink how we're going to do that next year. However, I am as ever hopeful. So goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.